In today's video, we'll talk about girls who kill you while you run, girls who kill you while you watch television, and girls who kill you while you take a shit. So already like and subscribe. Let's start. Teke Teke is a Japanese urban legend about the ghost of a schoolgirl who is said to have fallen onto a railway line, where her body was cut in half by a train. She is a vengeful spirit, who lurks in urban areas and around train stations at night. Since she no longer has a lower body, she travels on her hands, dragging her upper torso and making a scratching or tek-tek-like sound, produced either by her elbows or the end of her bisected body scraping the ground. If she encounters an individual, she will chase them and slice them in half at the torso, killing them in such a way that mimics her own disfigurement. Although she lacks legs, she is extremely fast and has been known to keep up with cars. In some renditions of the story, she will ask you where her legs are, in which case you must reply, Mation Expressway, in order to survive. In less hopeful iterations, your only chance of survival is to outrun her, which is completely impossible. Aka Manto, Red Cloak, meets victims when they are most vulnerable. On the toilet, he wears a white mask and a long red cape. There are many variations to the legend. He holds red and blue toilet paper in some stories, but he's only in his cape in others. However, he always asks the victim to choose a color, red or blue, like Japan's slit-faced woman asking, "Am I pretty?" It doesn't matter what you answer because Aka Manto kills you regardless. Choosing red rewards you with a stabbing, spilling your blood all over the stall. If you answer blue, Aka Manto either suffocates you or sucks out your blood, leaving you blue-faced and dead on the floor. So your best bet is to either ignore the Fiend or run away. This legend is popular enough to appear in numerous films, video games, and the 2015 American TV series Scream Queens. Some believe Aka Manto is based on a real-life murderer named Aogeto, Blue Blanket, in Fukui Prefecture from 1906. But that is yet another urban legend. Aka Manto's origins are a mystery, but are likely inspired by the Japanese school toilets where the grisly murders occur. In Japan, every English teacher can attest to being in an eerily large yet empty school with a bathroom furthest away from the others, old and unkempt. Moreover, who wants to answer questions while trying to take a number 2? Speaking of toilet horror, Japan also has its own Bloody Mary urban legend. Toare no Hanako-san, or Hanako of the toilet, is a spirit summoned much like her Western counterparts. If the brave enter a restroom on the 3rd floor, knock on the 3rd stall 3 times and ask, "Hanako, are you there?" You may get a reply. The door will slowly creak open to reveal little Hanako in a red skirt. Her hair is done up in a traditional-styled bun. Then she grabs her victim and drags them into the toilet, never to be seen again. In other versions, Hanako will ask children if they need a friend. Regardless of their answer, Hanako will drag the children under the stall and to their doom. Never trust a Japanese ghost, kids. Like Aka Manto, Hanako's origins are unclear, although folklorist Matthew Myers says her story is as recent as the 1950s. Most accounts say she is the ghost of a child who hid in her school's bathroom and died in a bombing raid during World War II. It's likely just another case of school bathrooms being a lot creepier than they have any right to be. This modern urban legend started from a death-themed flash animation titled The Red Room. It became popular in the internet's dark corners after an 11-year-old girl in Sasebo, Nagasaki, stabbed her classmate to death at school. The killer was a fan of the Red Room animation. The curse starts with a pop-up on a victim's computer screen when alone in a room. It has a red background with black letters asking, "Do you like?" As the victim frantically tries to close the pop-up, more words appear until it reads, "Do you like the Red Room?" The entire screen becomes red, and a list of past victims appears. Whether something supernatural comes or the victim is compelled to do the deed themselves is unknown. Regardless, they are killed, and their blood covers the walls of the room. Hence, the Red Room curse. This story goes that in 1918, in Hokkaido, Aikichi Suzuki purchased for his young sister Kikuko a traditional Japanese okappa, bob-cut hairstyle doll. Sadly, Kikuko died from a cold. After she died, Her family displayed the doll, named Okiku, on an altar in remembrance of their daughter and noticed that the doll's hair was growing. They concluded that their daughter's restless spirit was inhabiting the doll and eventually provided it to Manenji Temple, where it remains today and is viewable to guests. Okiku's hair continues to grow to this day despite haircuts from the temple's priests. The family believed the doll possessed the restless spirit of their deceased daughter, and so looked after it until entrusting it in the care of Manenji Temple. There the doll remains, slowly growing human hair. You can visit Okiku, but photography isn't allowed. Today, even after a few trims from the temple's priests, the doll's hair has grown past its knees. It has also supposedly upped its terror. The priests claim to have nightmares of Okiku, and visitors say the doll's mouth is slowly opening and sprouting baby teeth.